So everybody, it's Amon here. Welcome back to another one of Amon's Reviews. This is a video arguably I should have put out years ago. It's not one that I forgot. I just want to go ahead and do it for the time. But as you see by today's video, we're talking about the strongest, the burly, the beefy, the thick King Kong who got shit on me, the scientist, Winston. One of Earth's mightiest defenders in the Overwatch universe. The strongest of the Overwatch team, arguably the strongest character in the Overwatch universe, and the Hulk of the team. I hope you guys will enjoy to talk about him, who is Winston, and how powerful is he. I'm going to put you guys on gang about the characters, and tab information, and a proper power scale of him, and determine how strong he is. I love y'all. I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Peace out, mommy. Love y'all. Winston was a random A/little gorilla put on the Horizon lunar colony base on the moon, a place where it was in fact a research place and put animals in experiments to see how they could reform or change defects in them that make them themselves into something different. Winston was one of these people in experiments. He was tested and genetically engineered to have high intellect, have PK abilities, and give him a meta-human capability that allowed him to be a genetically engineered beefy gorilla, making him a little more bigger than the average case of gorilla, having better intelligence, having more social capabilities, and building himself a more morality like a human. But in this time, he would be changed, not just obviously from like a Caesar Rise Planet of the Apes situation by what happened on the Horizon Lunar Colony, but meet Harold Winston, which is how he got his technical name from his father-like person with his last name Winston. Harold Winston was the father figure to Winston. Winston would grow to try to burn himself up to be a lot more better as a person and do more and grow to have better means in his life. But at the same time, from being taught this, he also was very fascinated about Earth and always wanted to go there. Unfortunately, his dreams would not come into play because obviously he was a little chimp. He was doing his stuff over a Horizon Lunar Colony and was under different things, and technically that wouldn't even happen in the first place because everything was going on. While that was in his head though, Hammond, aka Wrecking Ball, would build up a rebellion uprising with the rest of the ape/monkeys on the base, and they would trick the scientists to go out into hyperspace, and all of them would die of suffocation, and this would count Harold Winston. Winston's adopted father passed away and is dead, and so through different time he built up a ship to get off. Wrecking Ball clinged on to it, and his story is for another time. If you guys want me to make somehow a power scaling video or just talk about Wrecking Ball, I can. You guys can go look more about that. Let's focus on the cooler of the two. Winston will crash land. He would meet with the Overwatch agents. It's not exactly known from the research that I looked up exactly when he would, but he meets them at an even time within the golden age of Overwatch to a half bit, like at the grand stage, you know what I'm saying? And he would do a lot with them. He would meet his best friend, Tracer, the British speedster, and be alongside the greatest heroes of Earth in this case. He was around with the span of Overwatch, and so because of that, he would stay at Overwatch's Watch Point Gibraltar and stay there to get around. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired. Sorry a little bit for the yawn in this case. But with that being said, he would stay there to go and look over people until town would come over and try to infiltrate it, and he would activate the recall. Before all that happened, and a lot more came into play with him, like facing Doomfist with the trio team of his, with Winston, Genji, and Tracer. While Genji was on spiritual life support almost, and Tracer got zapped out of existence, he would fight Doomfist at his most powerful stage, his primal rage, where he become this beefy, big broad, electricity streaming out of his eyes, big ass gorilla that would be on one and ready to go and fight. With this being said, his capabilities to be stronger, faster, and a lot more brutacious would come into play with obviously his animalistic instinct. And so, because of this animalistic instinct, he would try to go ahead and drive out the people around him and do the best he can to drive to be better outside from what he did at that point. Because obviously he didn't do anything bad or like not in his character, with that being said. But it's just that after taking it out, he'll be driving to do whatever case to be better for himself and those around him. Because of destruction, Doomfist lay away, and at the same time fixed up a new chrono accelerator for Tracer and did other stuff as well. With that being said, yeah, okay, so it's my mom. Anyway, like I was saying, with that as well being said, defeating Doomfist was a big powerful feat with Primal Rage, and beating Doomfist is something to be given to him. There has been different accounts of showcasing from Doomfist that he was underestimating Winston and that he was not full on ready and ready to go off on him and fight him, but he did do a lot in comparison to him and making different ways to be strong and be able to take him on. But if we take into account that he wasn't fully ready, that would kind of take away some snippet of Winston being high end the strongest. You could definitely make Doomfist and Winston to be in the case of being contingent, as it makes sense, especially how they're put in both places. But I would say, to an extent, Doomfist is a little bit more stronger at the high steep of his feats. But again, taking a credit that he was underestimating him or not, Winston still beat him with a primal punch, beat him to the punch, like he says in this game. And so that shows how strong Winston is as well, with evolving strength. But besides his history and other case of things going on, Winston is a great value member of Overwatch and is keeping up with Overwatch and the new story of Overwatch 2. And I can't wait to see what he does in the 2023 campaign / AI. Time to go and talk about his power scaling scenario though. Winston's power scaling is kind of tricky and kind of not. It's pretty self-explanatory. He has a great intellect, very prime, evolving his tech. In this case, he has a bubble that's able to take a great deal of damage, can be overloaded, though obviously like any type of shield. It doesn't have the greatest damage resistant, but can take a good deal of hits depending on the instance. He can take a diva bomb, and that can destroy a great deal of stuff. So in a fight, he could take at least a good cert 100,000 case of force, evolving that pound for pound damage if we take that into high consideration. He has his Tesla cannon, aka his electric gun, such as Zappy. And with his Zappy, he's able to bring a bunch of different volts. And if it acts like a general Tesla gun in the form of real life, that's able to move faster than light in given cases, not in the form of actually beaming something near faster than light, but because of the fact that it's lightning and a real thing is booming something at near the fast as light quantity, and if someone would dodge it like Doomfist has, that would at least give him a good measurement of faster than light type of capabilities. And Winston and Primal Rage stacks to him. Winston's general rage is being able to at least keep up considerably with bullets, and so from that consistent case scale, he would scale and the faster than the speed of eye, faster than sound, great deal case of speed and damage quantability with that being said as well. So with him being able to scale to all of that and do things like that, that gives him a great deal of speed. Now his strength and capability besides the case of his intellect, as y'all know, Doomfist having this speed doesn't necessarily change that much because obviously it's pretty self-explanatory. But his strength is the main thing that kind of is tricky, but not in full. It just really depends on how you go about it and you go and scale it. With his strength, he's scaling to Doomfist, and what he's able to do, Doomfist is able to destroy a big layer of a city block and crater it, and so because of the fact that he arguably packed more punching force than that, with that being said, it's a big gigaton amount of force to go and destroy a city block, so that's a big thing there. And as well with Doomfist being said to go ahead and destroy / level a skyscraper, a highball, to be able to destroy a skyscraper in comparison to how much is able to destroy a general building would be 25 tons of force. And even at 1 psi overpressures of 5 psi are enough to destroy most residual buildings. So if he actually did have the capability to level a skyscraper, such capability to destroy one, he would be giving 1,000 tons of force. With that being said, making him at highball, because again it's not mainline consistent, small building level is a good thing. So small building level at highball, he would be large building level. And also if you want to take in the hypothetical capabilities that Doomfist will have to be able to destroy a city, then I would scale him even higher at city level, so he would be city level plus at highball, and that is just wank consistent. I think just general building level is fine, large building level is a clear cut. But that's where strength is, and it's kind of weird because again Winston does not show that much in strength when his only big counteraction is again with Doomfist. We've never seen the battle, we've never seen the full stack. We know that he beat him, but for different layouts and different feats, Doomfist kind of holds a little bit more, and there's no bias. We know obviously I'm a Doomfist man, you feel me? But still, as well with the capabilities of someone like Winston, His other departments are kind of mixed with how you will gauge them, because again, to recap onto the speed factor, to recap you guys how that speed setup is like, it's not too often, it doesn't really change that much. Because of his speed, with everything going off, his general speed wouldn't be that much different without Primal Rage as well, because obviously Primal Rage is the big booster, it's the Hulk feel, it's the Rage, it's the Impact, but his mainline capabilities with this correlate in different ways because of the jump capabilities, his boosters, things like that. So I just kind of want to go more in depth with that. It's not like anything else. Like I said, I don't want to like elongate that. I'm just saying like how he's able to move and different precautions. It's mainly because of how he's boosting and juggling motherfuckers and going on multi-rampage. And because if we compare it to the actual game, and he has a cooldown, which is why I want to go and say more about this, he wouldn't be able to do as much because of the cooldown being said. But as well, he also has a capability to maneuver with this at hypercase speed. So Winston is on your ass, he's gonna be on your ass like white on rice, and he's not gonna be playing with you. And we'll recap again back to the speed, because that's just what the layout of speed is. His speed to be able to move fast and lightning, great hypersonic, right? But say again, at highball, the state of the factor of his lightning speed coming from the Tesla gun, like real life Tesla guns and other stuff, he will be moving a great deal of subrelativistic size 5 times the speed of light, or 5 times as light in this case. You could take it either way, but I would just say hypersonic, like bullet level type shit, things of that instance would be reasonable. But since he can scale over somebody that can maneuver around his gun with a full zap, that is reasonable to talk about, because he was able to go ahead and dodge that and overscales the other people, takes them out of commission, does stuff like that. Pretty self-explanatory with that being said, and this would even more higher gauge that, especially since someone like Doomfist was able to instant grab someone like Tracer and clock her out of commission, with her being able to move at instant teleportation in between different warps, in between time and looping in between the stream. So with that being said, that higher scales that, with that being said. And just to make this clear, like I said with Doomfist all the way back, I'm pretty sure if I did say this from a little tip in my memory, that doesn't mean like I'm saying like Doomfist got like infinite speed, and I'm just saying because of state of his speed from that precaution, that's where the high plays with scale. With that being said, pretty simple. But to go all around conclusion with his capabilities, Winston is a very powerful defender, Earth's big giant monkey ready to help out, a gorilla that has a great peak intellect and nobody else can downform, as obviously we all know. Winston is peak brain. He had flushed a great deal of strength, equipment, tech, versatility, and again, as Earth's most powerful defender, the most powerful member of Overwatch, and highball the most powerful character in Overwatch's universe, he will be having a striking force beyond any other person. So beware for Earth's mightiest defender and Earth's great big galore of a beast, Winston. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you want to see any more power scaling videos involving Overwatch, you're going to let me know. This video has kind of been a long due, but I like it. Pretty solid video. I hope you guys have enjoyed with everything being said as well, because obviously with this video I put a little bit more bigger love into it, because I do mess with Winston. I like his feel now more than ever in some cases to extent, and I really do like how he's being played out in some different cases. So I love y'all. Hope you guys have enjoyed. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace out, my army. Love y'all.